Okay, let's hope that I only have to do this story once and never have to tell it again in my whole entire life. Okay, let's keep it that way. Here we go. So honestly, if anyone asks you why most Lolitas just don't like the DDLG lifestyle and cultures, show them this video. I'm already getting heated and I forgot my little introduction thing. Hey y'all, it's Amy. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I just wanted to share a story time with you guys that I found very interesting. It's kind of always my go-to story about like how a weird interaction that it's one of my weirdest interactions in Lolita, I have to say. Well, it's not the weirdest, but like it's one of the kind of unsavory ones, but it's not like too awful. It's just kind of like, wow, did that actually just happen? Let's set the scene. Essentially, we are at Sakura Matsuri. I think it was 2018 or 2017. I don't know, I think it was 2017. All I know is that I was not allowed to drink. My friends and my partner had like left me to go like actually get drinks at the drink booth. And so I was watching this cooking demonstration like by myself, and I'm wearing like Angelic Pretty's cotton candy shop, and I was in like super OTT suite. So I was just like watching this show, like getting really invested in the cooking, by the way, because I'm so interested in cooking. I hate to cook, but I love food. But I am starting to cook really well, but that's getting besides the point. I'm like sitting and watching this cooking demonstration go on, just waiting for my partner and my friend to get their drinks and come and get me so we can like move on with our lives essentially. And this one girl just kind of like walks up and approaches me, and she's like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. And like, I'm kind of used to this. I wear Lolita out just sometimes when I'm just doing stuff, so I'm kind of used to people just walking up and being like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, like what's going on? This girl was like, you're like really cute, is that Angelic Pretty? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, this person knows like brands and stuff. I'm really like, maybe this person wants to be part of the local community or something. And so she starts talking to me like, oh, Angelic Pretty, I really love that brand, I wish I could like have some of their stuff. And I was like gonna go into my whole spiel about how like Lace Market exists and you can buy a secondhand brand for like relatively cheap, especially around this time, because Angelic Pretty in the secondhand market was like not as expensive as it is today. I think I bought Cotton Candy Shop like for $70 back then. I keep going off on random tangents and I need to stay focused on the story. This girl's like going off, she's like asking me about like Angelic Pretty. I just know that she knows about Lolita fashion, and I'm like happy because like, oh, maybe she's like trying to get into Lolita fashion and she's new or something like that. And then the next question she hits me with is, are you into DDLG? Are you into DDLG? She, like, those words came out of her mouth. I have no issues. That's none of my business, quite honestly. If you're into that, if you're into that kind of thing, that's fine. I just don't want to hear about it. Do not bring it up around me. Just don't bring it near me. Like, I just don't want to hear about it. The absolute fact that this girl came up to me and she like asked me if I was into DDLG just because I was in Angelic Pretty. Really? It hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings. I guess that's the closest word I can describe it. It really hurt my feelings. Since DDLG kind of like brings up traumatic things in my brain, I kind of went into like shut down mode, and I kind of just turned around and walked away. And I really don't like doing that to me. In usual circumstances, I would not just kind of like shut down and like turn away like that. I did feel really bad for just doing that, but like she just kind of hit me with the, are you into DDLG? And I was just like, did you just assume I was into DDLG because I'm wearing a Jelly Pretty? And I'm like into Lolita fashion. I'm just like, I'm really upsetty about that actually. I left that cooking demonstration and I went straight to my partner and my friend and I was like,
y'all are not gonna believe what just happened to me.
I told them and they were like, I don't even remember what they were like, but I was just completely shocked that something like that someone would just have just the gall to walk up to someone in public. We are at a festival. This is the public. It's a festival where people are here to enjoy themselves. I particularly came here to watch food demonstrations and enjoy the food and drink. Well, I couldn't even drink with my friends. I couldn't even drink with my friends. So I was there to basically just watch cooking stuff and eat good food and see the cute fashions that we were all wearing that day. And it was kind of overwhelming. It was hard to realize that because I was wearing in a Jelly Pretty dress that this person thought it was okay to come up and ask me if I was into their fetish thing. And like, how would you even know if I was over 18? Like, you're lucky that I was definitely over 18, but like, how would you even know? Like, what if I was a minor and you walked up to me and said something like that? There's definitely a time and space and place for these types of things. And that time and that place and that space was not at a street festival. Like, it just, that whole experience kind of like took me out of it for a while. I was just like not gonna wear any of the Angelic Pretty that I bought. I was kind of just like, I can't look at this right now. I really cannot. People are just gonna like walk up to me and accuse me of being like into DDLG. I kind of just gotta like sit with that and like, why? Like, the unnecessary relation between DDLG and Lolita fashion that has been like cultivated over the recent years is just like so damaging. It's completely damaging. The interaction honestly brought up a lot of trauma with me. So just be more careful in the spaces that you bring up your adult things, you know? Not in public, not in like things that are non-sexual. Like, if you're posting a sexual thing, post it in an adult space. Post it in an adult space you have cultivated for yourself. Like, just don't put these things in public because you don't know who you're hurting. That's it. That's kind of it. I kind of didn't wear Angelic Pretty for like a good while after that because I was just kind of like, if people are gonna do that, I just don't feel like dealing with it, honestly. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. Now I'm kind of over it. Now I'm kind of like, if I explain it to you and like you don't get it, then you're just kind of like a lost cause and I don't want to talk to you anyway. Yeah, that's my experience. That's my little story time about when someone asked if I was into DDLG. So if you're into DDLG and you're watching this video, just don't ask anyone that. Keep it on wherever adult people do that kind of posting and stuff. Like, just keep it there. There's kids and stuff like around. I don't want the kids to see like all the stuff that I was exposed to when I was a kid. That's all I know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope none of you relate to this story, because if you do, that really sucks. But yeah, hopefully next video is more positive. I'll see you guys next time.